Good day. This is the refreshing point. Fad diets are out. Eaters for health who focus on non-GMO, organic, and toxic-free foods are in. A wave of highly informed seekers of clean and healthy food is taking over the information highway and leaving yo-yo and fad dieting methods in the dust. They are representing a new generation of educated consumers who seek not only to maintain a healthy body, but supercharge their longevity and well-being with foods which are free of toxins and genetically modified organisms. They do not necessarily fall into any specific category, whether vegetarian, fishetarian, vegan, raw, or any other known pattern. They're simply interested in eating clean, fresh, unadulterated foods that agree with both their palate and physiology. The old, tried, and claimed true methods of eating less fat have clearly failed millions of people on these types of calorie-reduced diets. More importantly, they damage long-term health by lowering critical cholesterol levels, which may cause more serious diseases such as cancer. Eaters for health. The masses are currently gearing up for a nutritional revolution that is likely making its mark for decades to come. Eaters for Health is about eating clean food free of toxins such as chemical additives, coloring, and preservatives. It's about foods free from genetic modification, pesticides, herbicides, and anything side. They're talking organic, wholesome, nutritionally dense, full of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. Eaters for Health are not necessarily concerned about going vegetarian, fishetarian, vegan, or raw, despite the claims from these groups that their way is the only path to true health. Many who pursue these lifestyles actually end up discovering the opposite, and that restricting foods to any reasonable extent can actually be quite damaging to certain metabolic types, especially with ancestral origins that relied on some type of animal protein as a primary food source. Sooner or later, many, not all, of these ethical eaters dabble back into animal protein simply because it makes them feel better. Toxic-free eating, not restricting. Regardless, that is not the concern for Eaters for Health. They embrace those who choose the path of ethical eating practices and don't judge them based on their decisions. If it works for them, great, but if it doesn't, that's fine too. And there's no shame in selecting another path that focuses on clean, toxic-free eating. They're not out to stake any claims to emphasize that it's their way or the highway. Eaters for Health understand the diversity of choices, and their primary cause is to educate themselves on toxic-free foods. Many Eaters for Health do eat animal protein, but their focus and prerequisite insists on consuming products that are from animals that are treated humanely, allowed to graze fields or swim wild in the oceans, and consume organic produce, which is as close as possible to their natural diets. They choose non-vaccinated, hormone-free, and toxic-free animals that are traditionally raised in loving farm environments, where farmers actually care about the well-being of their livestock. They also emphasize humane slaughtering methods and insist that many of the animals enjoy several years of their life without being slaughtered 1 year after birth. Eating on intuition and instinct. They understand that all life is consciousness, and there is no such thing as eating a plant, sprout, grain, or anything that is a lower life from that lacks consciousness. If they are eating it, it is consciousness, whether it is a plant or animal. From that perspective, it allows them to make conscious decisions to consume plants, animals, or marine life on the same level of reasoning and depending entirely on the individual needs of each person. An important part of the Eaters for Health drive for healthy eating is to follow their intuition and instinct. If a food doesn't taste or feel right to their palate or digestive system, they will not continue to consume it, regardless of the touted health benefits. They educate themselves on their ancestry, what their ancestors subsisted on, including climate, soil, and even air quality. Eaters for Health are also very interested in their genetic and metabolic predispositions and select many foods based on this research. Nutritionist and health food expert Eugene Hillary says the Eaters for Health movement is gaining credibility without a label. Quote, "These people have not even labeled themselves, yet they know exactly what they want and how to achieve it in order to increase their health," end quote, he stated. Hillary asserts that those who escape from the yo-yo fad dieting trends and adapt eating for health type lifestyles immediately see modest weight loss within a few short months, usually without any exercise, because they cut out all toxins and tailor diets to their specific metabolic types. Weight loss. Quote, "This is great news because studies have shown that even a 5% reduction in weight can lead to improved health," end quote, said author Nicholas, MD, MPH, MA, a clinical research fellow at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center and Harvard Medical School. Quote, "With more than a third of Americans now obese and 50 to 70% of them trying to lose weight, this is important because the health risks associated with carrying that extra weight are substantial," end quote. The author found that, quote, "self-reported use of popular diets, liquid diets, non-prescription weight loss pills, and diet foods/products were not associated with weight loss," end quote. That's very encouraging to find that the most of the weight loss methods associated with success are accessible and inexpensive, end quote, says senior author Christina Wee, MD, MPH, who conducts research on obesity and health disparities as the co-director of research in BIDMC, Division of General Medicine and Primary Care. Quote, "There are lots of fad diets out there, as well as expensive over-the-counter medications that have not necessarily been proven to be effective," end quote. Eaters for Health consider how a food is produced, how the various foods they eat interact with each other, and how they can balance nutrition with food enjoyment and our overall well-being. When shopping at the grocery store, they make conscious decisions that can have profound effects on their life and on the world as a whole. This document goes on a lot further. I will be posting a link below so you can view it for yourself. Thank you for watching. Good day and good health.